How is Boeing setting an example for healthcare? Stay tuned for Health Politics.
Welcome to Health Politics with Dr. Mike McGee, a weekly program exploring important trends in health.
If you wanted to build a new healthcare system, a vehicle that would transport us to wellness, productivity, security, and happiness, where would you begin? Would you work off of what we have or build something brand new? Would you plan into the future, and how far? Would you centralize planning or decentralize it? Would you outsource portions of the design, the financing, and the execution? Who would you listen to? Who would you build for? And how would you measure success? Even asking such questions about healthcare is exhausting. Our system is immense and complicated, and its problems seem insurmountable at times. 45 million uninsured, spiraling healthcare costs, a financing system that's broken, an explosion of chronic disease, demoralized physicians, and frightened patients. It can all look pretty bleak. In the face of such daunting challenges, where does one find the energy and passion to even consider the notion of building something new? One answer for healthcare can be found in an unlikely place, in another industry, in fact, aerospace. Let's turn to the story of the Boeing 787 Dreamliner, a tale of how visionary thinking in a time of crisis can turn despair into hope for the future. At the start of the new millennium, it would have been difficult to find a large multinational corporation more demoralized and depressed than Boeing. It became embroiled in a major scandal over Pentagon contracts that still lingers and is likely to cost the company more than $1 billion in fines. Plus, during this same period, Boeing lost its decades-long position as top seller of commercial planes to European manufacturer Airbus and was dealing with market contraction and an increased cost of doing business after 9/11. As a result, Boeing lost more than 20 percentage points of market share and laid off about 60,000 employees. So as you can see, the walls were closing in and Boeing needed to find a way out. Its answer was the 787 Dreamliner, a revolutionary kind of aircraft. Moving forward with this new product when it was in the depths of corporate despair was a bold stroke by Boeing, but it looks more and more like it was the right thing to do. The company's fortunes have recently changed. Boeing sold a record 1,044 commercial airplanes worldwide in 2006, beating Airbus for the first time in 6 years. And in the race to get the newest and best jetliner to the market, the 787 for Boeing and either the A350 or the A380 for Airbus, Boeing has achieved runaway success. The 787 Dreamliner seems to be exactly what the doctor ordered for Boeing. The company's executives have defined this jet as a game changer with a new approach to aircraft design that will transform aviation. How? With its practicality, its production model, and its interpretation of customer preferences and the future of the industry. Nothing about the 787 represents business as usual or traditional thinking, and therein lies the moral for healthcare leaders. Let's take a closer look and see what this plane can teach us. First, in terms of practicality for the 787, Boeing has largely discarded the use of heavy metals and replaced them with advanced lightweight metal alloys and carbon fiber composites. This helps to improve fuel efficiency, as will the use of new engines with larger fans. When it comes to a production model for the 787, Boeing has proved innovative once again. Design, financing, and execution are being outsourced to subcontractors in 6 other countries and hundreds of suppliers around the world. Mitsubishi from Japan is building the wings. Italy's Alenia Aeronautica will contribute parts of the fuselage and tail, and France's Messier Dowty is making the landing gear. These companies will share the risks and benefits that would traditionally fall only on the shoulders of Boeing. And finally, the company is putting a lot of stock in customer preference and the future of the industry. What's interesting about this is how different Boeing's plans are from those of Airbus. While both companies agree that the commercial aviation market may double over the next 20 years, their bets on the future are leading them in different directions. Boeing is wagering that medium-sized planes capable of carrying 220 to 300 passengers long distances in relative comfort, nonstop from point to point, will be preferred over the Airbus solution. Airbus has staked $12 billion in the development of its A380, a double-deck jumbo jet, because it believes that customers will prefer the size and comfort of this jet over Boeing's nonstop flights. The company will continue to support the current hub and spoke system, which enforces stops and plane changes. However, both companies are hedging their bets. To compete with Airbus in the jumbo jet category, Boeing is working on an upgrade of its 747, which will have 450 seats and be as fuel efficient as its 787. To go up against Boeing's 787, Airbus is offering the midsize A350, which is a stretched and modified version of its existing A330 aircraft. To get to a decision about this model, the company first scrapped 6 different designs, which cost them valuable time and money. What does the future hold? Well, obvious long-term success will not be clear for another 10 or 15 years. But for now, Boeing seems to be taking the lead in the industry. How'd they do it? They saw what the market needed, envisioned a solution, and acted on it with a team approach. And this brings us back to the messages for healthcare in the story of the Boeing 787 Dreamliner. Here are the takeaways. First, to drive change, you need a clear and concise vision of what you wish to build before you can build it. Second, it takes a game changer to really make a difference. This is more likely to come from a completely new idea rather than from an old idea that you continue to try to fix and upgrade. Third, during periods of change with increases in demand on the immediate horizon, you have to take risks and share risks, teaming up with many different partners to get ahead of the curve. And finally, decision-making must be crisp and quick if you want to have a chance to help determine the future. When it comes to healthcare, the ones who will determine its future will likely be those who know where they're going, who are willing to share power with others and work with them in order to achieve success in a timely way. But the clock is ticking. For Health Politics, I'm Mike McGee.
Thank you for watching Health Politics with Dr. Mike McGee. For more information on this topic, please visit our related web links, discussion guide, or downloadable transcript and slides. For videos and information on a variety of other health topics, visit our homepage at healthpolitics.org. If you would like to subscribe to our free weekly video, click on Subscribe to Health Politics and enter your email address. Again, thank you for watching.